Beach Nut.
Red Man and Beach Nut. Yep. That was it.
Beach Nut.
Levi Garrett in a pinch.
Mm-hmm. Dude, Red Man actually came out with Snuff a couple years back, and it was good.
Dude, that Red Man Peach that they had for a while was fucking fire.
I'm a Beach Nut, Red Man Golden Blend kind of guy. But hell, it's $15 a bag now.
$10 a fucking can for Copenhagen. How much was that can of Copenhagen? $9.98?
No, it was $7.
$7, close enough.
I get 2 cans for $15. Better. Look, I mean, better than when I was smoking cigarettes. Them fuckers are like $11 a pack now. Yeah. Dust, can you close that door?
All right, boys, we're live.
What are we going to talk?
I'm going to fire questions at you guys.
Are we recording?
Yep.
Oh, we are?
Yep.
Oh, fuck.
All right, so fire questions. Questions.
Now, hold on.
Yep.
Are you firing left, firing right, or just firing at the same time? Whoever hits the buzzer fastest wins.
Who clicks the spotlight on faster?
I got to say my co-pilot.
I'll just ask a question, and if you have a good one, just freaking raise your hand.
All right, we're going to fire some at you, too.
That'll go. All right, here we go. Craziest fishing story.
Craziest
fishing story. I think I already told this one, but I was fishing Milford, up just outside of Fort Riley, and I was sitting there smashing white bass, and there's no limit on white bass up there. So, I mean, you got to look at, there's different ways to tell between a striper and a white bass, spots on the tongue, shit like that. But I was white bass fishing and sitting there screwing off. I was in here Game Warden. I'm like, dude, no fucking way. Like, I'm not even in Texas. I'm not in Indiana. I get hit with the Game Warden again.
Yeah.
And he walked up, and I was perfectly legal, had all my shit, minus the fact that I was 5 foot over onto a federal land, right? And he was like, yeah, man. He's like, you're fishing, you're trespassing on federal installation. I was like, fuck. He was like, nah, dude, you're good. 5 foot that way.
That's
and
it.
You know.
I had a run-in with a game warden on that same lake, Milford. It was a female game warden, too. And it was all over parking. Me and my buddy that we were talking about that's up there, you know. Anyways.
Where were you at? Military Marina?
No, north side of Milford on the north side of the causeway.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So there's that creek that runs in on the north side of the causeway. Well, where that creek runs in.
The Republican.
Yeah, no. That's at the dam on the north end. I forget what it might be. Madison Creek. I forget.
Oh yeah, Madison Creek. Yeah.
I'm trying to remember, but long story short, the road ends in the lake, right?
Yeah.
Well, a few months ahead of that, it had flooded up there, and they had signs that said no, like you can't come past here. Well, those signs have been moved out of the road, and we drove down to the lake and we parked. We launched a boat with 30-pack of beer. We smashed that 30-pack of beer. We called our buddy and said, hey, this is where we're at. Come bring us another 30-pack of beer. We took the boat back up to where the truck was parked, and there was a female game warden standing there, right? So we'd already smashed that 30-pack of beer, and it's like the sun is going down right now, and we're going to get our refill. Well, she started questioning us with all of our, hey, do you got your whistle, your fire extinguisher, all your PPE and all that shit. So we had everything. Mind you, I'm dressed in overalls. I got a Coors Light T-shirt on. I got like a bandana on my head, I think, and some like rubber boots.
Stick. So I f***ing ran up behind him with a hatchet. Smash, smash, smash. Yeah. The lady.
So
you didn't need lights for being on that boat, though, right? You just roll your pant legs up.
That's it. That's it.
360 light right there.
360.
In a full moon, it looks like two lightsabers walking down the road.
It does. So this game warden, she then started trying to write us tickets for parking where we were. Of all things, parking.
Yeah, right.
I lost my shit, dude. I lost my shit on this game warden. And my buddy's like, dude, we're drunker than shit right now. Like, we're going to jail. Shut up. Just keep your mouth shut. Yeah. And I'm like finger pointing and shit, dude. I'm like, I mean, because if you hunt or fish, you damn near got to be a lawyer to know the laws. So I knew the laws or whatever. To wrap this up, we ended up in court. I won the court case. I got an apology from the judge. The game warden got moved to an entire different part of the state.
Oh, wow.
And, yeah.
I think Yeah, the only thing I got that might be close to that is I caught a seagull.
You caught a seagull.
Yeah, I caught a seagull. We were hitting top water, right? The white bass and the stripers, the hybrids, they were hitting top water. I cast out, seagull come down, grab my shit. I had to pull him out of the air, get him to the boat, and then hold him down to get everything out of him.
But have you caught a frog? I mean, not a frog, a damn. Well, I have caught bullfrogs, but have you caught a bat?
No.
Okay, let's talk about fishing for bats.
Okay.
Did you know it's a thing?
No.
Check this out. It's fun, man. So, growing up out in the country, you don't got shit to do. My dad taught me this. He's like, hey, let's go catch some bats. And I'm like, I don't know damn bat. He's like, no, we're fishing for bats. Cool. So you just take some light fishing string, get you a little bitty trout hook, go out and, grab a fucking June bug or something, put it on that little hook, just any kind of little bug. You got pole lights. You seen the pole lights? Where bats will just keep chunking that bug up there, and that bat will grab that bug, and you just yank that fucking string, and it just beelines into the ground.
So let me tell you, where I'm from, it's illegal to fuck with the bats.
Well, it may be, but remember, I said when I was a kid, I'm 43.
Oh, yeah. No, that's fucking fishing for bats. I mean, we fish for bullfrogs, right? Like, we get a treble hook, put a little piece of red, red cloth. We use red chop rags, right, and run it across and stuff like that. Yeah. But fishing for bats.
Fishing for bats. It's a dude.
So, growing up, my favorite hunting of all time, and I know I said what I said in the deep dive, right? My favorite hunting of all time is squirrels. I love squirrel hunting. Walk through the woods with a 22. Of course, I go back to the 22. But the 22, shooting squirrels is just awesome, right? So I was hunting with my dad and his friend John Rudisell, right? Just screwing off. And we were hunting in, I think, Sunman, on a piece of property that Rudy had. Anyway, this guy had a big hay barn.
This is Indiana.
Yeah, in Indiana. So he pushed hay to the Cincinnati Zoo, right? But he would have doves and pigeons and shit in there shitting on the hay. Can't really have that. So what we would do, we'd go squirrel hunt, then we'd come into the barn and we'd shoot all these doves and pigeons and shit like that. So I'd shot this dove, and I mean, I knew I smoked it, right? But this dove comes out of the barn door and flies straight up in the air, and we're like, dude, there ain't no way. I know I smacked it. About that time, I went to pull up and draw on another one. You hear splash. I was like, what the fuck? That dove flew out of the barn, up in the air, died midair. Come down and crashes through their bay window in the front of their house. This guy's a doctor, right? Crashes through the bay window in the front of their house and dies in his wife's yarn basket.
Oh. I don't know what to say.
It was a dove?
It was a dove.
Well, did y'all make a popper out of it?
No, I didn't really go into the house. I was more or less petrified that my dad was going to beat my ass because I just, it was a freak accident, but I was like, oh my God, I shot that dove and it went through the, oh yeah.
It happens.
Yeah.
What about you, Ben? You been in,
I'm going to share not my craziest fishing story, but this one's pretty funny. It was back when my dad was alive. He and his best friend, they went out wade fishing out behind now Texas A&M, Corpus Christi. Back then it was CCU. They went out wade fishing out there, and this is before. So cell phones was a thing. Maybe the Nokia, the first phone,
Oh, so we're talking like
cinder block,
98-ish, 96, 98.
Probably. I don't know, man. Maybe around there, something like that.
Yeah. No, I guess that's in the 2000s.
It was early. It was early 90s. I mean, like 93, 94.
You're
maybe.
talking like the Nextel Nokia, like Nextel phones?
The Nokia brick phone.
Yeah, you could use it as a chalk block.
Yeah. So this
or
is like
weapon.
First round of cell phone. So and you can imagine that like you got them in some like high waders or maybe just put them in your top pocket or whatever, because out there you wouldn't wade past the waist, you just be out knee deep or higher.
No, this is like
knee deep.
This is like coast. Okay.
Yeah, this is down in Corpus. So they're out there fishing, and they're they walk out to a certain distance and they're catching fish and stuff. Well, before you know it, Eddie kind of looks at my dad, and they both look at each other kind of weird, like, are you sinking? He's like, yeah, I'm sinking. He's like, fuck. So they both started getting too deep. by the time they freaking could help themselves and call back, because they had to call one of us to go help them get a rope and get out there and pull them out, dude, they were fucking nuts deep in the mud. So both of them are in there, so we pull up and we're like, what the fuck, you know, and they're like laughing, crying, tears, like fish poles in the water. They're just sitting there trying to like, we literally had to go like tie ropes around their like underarms and stuff, like arms, you know, and just like daisy chain ropes to get them out the water, and then trucks pulling and get them out. They're covered in mud from the, you know, nuts down. Dude, they were just stuck. But can you imagine if they had no cell phones? Like those guys, you know, it was only getting worse. They probably started off like, you know, ankle deep, and then it just got worse and worse, you know.
I got into a situation like that with my daughter when she was, I don't know, 5 or 6, and it was at the airfield lake. Yeah. And on the northwest side of that, it's kind of swampy in there. Well, I was trying to get around that pond, and my daughter it was just me and her, and we were fishing, and I stepped off in some mud that I didn't think. I just had some shorts. I know I had shorts on. It's crazy. Shorts and Crocs on. And I sunk up past my waist in some mud and couldn't get out either. And my daughter, little 5-year-old daughter at the time, she was freaking out, screaming and crying. And I'm trying to keep her calm. I'm like, Macy, you see that long log over there? Try to get that stick. Try to get that log and drag it over here. And she's, you know, a little bitty girl, and she's trying to, you know, screaming and crying. She's like, you're going to die. What are we going to do? I had a cell phone, but it was on the other side of the lake in my truck, you know. And I was like, ugh. Yeah. So finally, my daughter, she ends up dragging enough smaller sticks over there. Same thing. I just put them, you know, long-wise, and I'm able to finally lift my way out of there. But I lost my shoes. I lost my dignity. I lost, like, my daughter's trust in fishing with me. I lost a lot that day.
Yeah. So, okay, what's your most memorable hunt? Any animal, doesn't matter. What's your most memorable hunt?
Honestly, it was probably one of my dad's hunts. It was it was a morning that he was hunting one stand, I was hunting another, and he shot. I heard a shot ring out, and this was before cell phones and all this. Probably you know in the mid-90s. Anyways, he came over and got me, and he's like, "Hey, I need your help. I got one." And I was like, "Cool. How is it?" You know.
Yeah.
Went and picked it up. Massive, dude. Like I don't know.
Just towed.
Towed 190. I don't think it was ever officially scored, but it's a 190 to 200 inch plus deer. It's massive. But that's probably my most memorable, because when he come and picked me up, he's like, "Oh, I got something. I need you to come help me." Right. And we walked up to that deer, and I didn't even know what big deer were at that time. I was probably 10 or 12, you know. Yeah. And that day I figured out. I learned what big deer was.
Yeah. Yeah. Ben?
My first dove hunt with it. All right, so it wasn't my first dove hunt, but I used to hunt with my dad and his brothers and my cousin and everything, and I always had a 410. And I don't know how old I was, but I was still little. And my dad and his brothers are sitting there drinking beer on a tailgate while we're down in the field just shooting dove. And my dad used to teach me, he'd be like, "Hey, these dove are gonna fly overhead. I just want you to sit there and aim upwards and shoot them dove." All right, cool. So I wasn't really like taking aim at dove yet. Right. I was just kind of swatting stuff out the sky. So my dad and his brother are sitting there drinking beer, talking shit, and my dad is starting to get agitated because I'm still shooting with a 410. So he comes over there and he gives, "Give me that goddamn pussy ass," right? You know, so he pulls that shotgun out of man. He stabs a freaking 12 gauge in between my legs, just kind of like on the ground, like butt stock on the ground. So he tells me, "All right, this gun's too big for you, but when the dove come over, you just keep that butt stock down, point it directly up at this like group of dove, and you shoot at it." All right. So he's like, "You're gonna shoot a man's gun. You ain't gonna shoot that," you know. So I was like, "All right." So first group of doves fly over. I'm like, "Here they come, here they come." So I grab the freaking shotgun and I put it in my fucking crotch like this, dude. And my dad's sitting there with his freaking beer, and him and his brother are like, they're like elbow each other. And they're sitting there like, "Oh, watch this shit.
Hey, watch this."
So I fucking put that fucking butt stock right here. And fucking, here they come, here they come. Boom, dude. I freaking racked the shit out of myself. I see my dad and his brother like fucking laughing, crying and fucking shit. I was like, "Oh," like freaking racked the shit out of my nuts. I'm like, "God damn." And my dad's like, "I said put it on the ground." He took that son of a bitch and put it like, here I go. Freaking. Yeah, that was my most memorable hunt.
Y'all ever see somebody crack themselves open with a gun, whether it's a scope or a gun?
When I was guiding, I had a little girl do it with 22-250.
Oh my
She
God.
shot a ram, and she got way too up close on the. I don't know. She's probably 8.
Yeah.
Right, hunting with her dad, and they come out to kill a ram, and she got way too up close, and dude, blow, split her wide open.
My little brother, oh man, I got in so much trouble, dude. Got my ass beat for this. I had an old 20 gauge, like New England single shot breakover shotgun, right, with a hammer. And I don't know, I was 10 or 12, and my brother was 4, 6, somewhere around there. But
Yeah.
I'm taking off to go out to the woods with my buddies and stuff, or I was going to meet them in the woods, and my little brother tag along.
Yeah.
Mom's like, don't let him shoot that gun. You know, you got to. What mom nowadays would let their 10, 12-year-old and a 4 or 6-year-old boys just take off in the woods?
Times are different.
Times are different, right? I know
Times are
people are
different.
thinking times are different. Anyways, we take off out there, find my buddies, and my little brother wants to be cool in front of my buddies, and he's like, I'll shoot that gun.
Right.
Mama said, no, you can't shoot that gun.
Yeah.
So he pestered me enough to where I was like, all right, you're going to shoot this gun.
Yeah.
So he gets his 20 gauge, you know, I tell him how to do it, and he puts that buttstock under his arm. Little bitty guy, and it's got that hammer, right?
Yeah.
So he starts, you know, I load it for him, pull that hammer back, and he's getting ready to shoot. He chickens out. Now, at this point, I'm like, no, don't be a pussy.
You talked all that mess. Yeah.
You're doing it. So he brings that gun up. That hammer comes back right between the eyes and splits his shit wide open. And he shoots, but it's still the adrenaline, right? He looks at me. He's like, I done it. And I'm looking at him. I'm like, oh, shit.
Oh, I'm done.
Dude,
I'm done.
It's not even bleed. It just split, and I just see, like, white.
Yeah.
It's just open. And then I look at my buddies, and they're looking at me like, yo, you're fucked, right? You're done. You're cooked.
Mom's going to beat you with
You're
that gun.
cooked.
Yeah.
And then as I turn back and I look at my brother, that's when the blood comes, and it just all over, and I'm like, oh, I'm screwed, dude. So I'm like taking off my shirt, trying to wipe blood off or whatever. I'm trying to do whatever I can do. No, I get home. Still, you know, a face, it bleeds, man. It bleeds. Nah, mama whooped that ass when I got home. I'm going to whoop that ass.
I think my most memorable hunt's probably my first deer, right? So I got home from school a little early, and my mom, she was like, hey, you know, tonight's a good night. You need to go get in the stand. I was like, you know, I'm waiting for Dad to get home, and she was like, no, you need to go. I was like, all right, fuck it. So I grabbed my bow. I go up, and I crawl up in this ladder stand that I thought was like the coolest set that we had, right? And I'm sitting there in the ladder stand, and I mean, I'm not seeing shit. We're probably 2 hours from dark, right? Now, mind you, at this time, I'm 11.
Yeah.
So I'm going to the woods by myself, but I was always coming out of the woods way too early, you know, 'cause fucking walking through the woods in the dark. I don't care who you are, how big you are, how old you are.
Yeah.
Look, it's like shutting the fucking lights off and running up the stairs, right?
Exactly it.
Right?
I'm a dark guy, man. I like it dark. I don't like lights.
So he likes everything dark but his legs.
Fair
So
enough.
You don't have to worry about the dark.
yeah, he's walking on 2 glow sticks. That motherfucker wiggles his toes, and all of a sudden,
What does he know about dark?
yeah, he's got 2 chem lights
Is
on
that
him.
a chem light in your pocket?
Yeah. So anyway, I'm sitting in the stand, and all of a sudden I hear something coming up from behind me. So I'm like, oh fuck, here we go. I turn around, it's my dad, right? And I'm like, oh hell. He's like, hey, you seen anything? I said, no. He's like, listen, get out of that stand. I was like, okay. So we get out of the stand, and we go trudging off across property. So we go get in this other stand, and it is a wooden platform, split. It's a big oak tree, comes up, splits 3 ways. Wooden platform, small, like 2x4, screwed into the tree. Right, and that was the seat. So I get in that stand. My dad gets up in there with me, and he's just standing. Right, so like I said, big oak, split 3 ways. I'm sitting here. My dad's sitting like leaned up against this tree. And we're sitting, and I'm like, hey, dude, it's starting to get a little dark, you know, it's probably time to go. And he's like, no, this is the golden hour.
Yeah, it's like
this
the good
is
time.
it. This is money time. And no sooner did he fucking say that, dude, here comes a deer coming in off the edge of the field, walking into the woods. And I'm like, oh, fuck? And it is coming right at us. So I start getting my bow ready. And I mean,
shaking.
oh, dude, it's like, it ain't even.
Can't even breathe right?
No. So this deer walks up. It gets to about 15 yards, right? 20 yards or so. And I go to full draw. Mind you, I've missed probably 7 or 8 deer at this point, right? Haven't shot one yet. But my dad was real big in archery. So he was like, you're going to kill a deer with your bow, really, before you go grab a gun, right? Understandable, whatever. So I go to full draw. Bow. I pull my bow back so fucking hard that my arrow comes off the string.
Oh, shit.
So now my dad, who's sitting 3-4 foot away from me, is like slowly creeping across this platform. I'm at full draw. This deer is walking right at us, and he's trying to put the fucking arrow back on the string, right? I've got my finger, because I just had like a little, we call them snake tongue, right?
The little V notch.
Yeah. So I've got like my finger on that, holding the arrow, and he's trying to knock it. So he knocks it, and as soon as he does, I go like this again, and sure enough, that son of a bitch comes right back off. So he's sitting there like, God damn it, get the fucking arrow back on, stop moving. And I'm shaking like a cat trying to shit a peach seed, dude.
You just hear the fucking arrow.
I'm just like, oh. And about that time he gets that arrow on, that deer is at 10 yards. And I look down at it, and I go right like this, and he goes, whenever you're ready. When he got to win, I let her eat, and I do double lung that deer, right?
Nice.
So I smoke it. I about fall out of the platform. I'm freaking out. My dad's losing his mind. And at the time, we had little walkie-talkies, and we would run a cable up to like a little earpiece, right? So I'm screaming, like, Mom, I just killed my first deer. Ah! We get out of the stand, and that deer died on the trail that we used to walk up and walk down.
Oh, that's perfect then.
So, dude, it was the coolest shit ever to drag it out of there.
Hell yeah.
You know, that's probably my most memorable hunt.
Man, one of the funniest things though was, I think it was last year, Ben, when we did our big friend hunt, right? Remember the bear?
Oh,
Bro.
Dude.
So we get a big group of buddies together, and we try to do a hunt, right? So we're just kind of hunting anything.
We're
Deer,
hunting all
pigs.
weekend.
We're hunting all weekend, right? And so we
Is
got
this
these
down south?
No, this is at the lease we had, right? Down by Rockdale. Rockdale, Texas. So we're out. We bait some area for some pigs. We wait for it to get dark, and we start running down there. And we're like, oh shit, there's some pigs. So we get 2 guys lined up, and with thermals to shoot these pigs.
Not with a 6.5 Creed.
Not with the 6.5.
No, there's none of those.
No, not a single 6.5 was on the property.
No.
Okay, so
Not
straight men.
Just
on this
men.
hunt.
Just men of men.
Men of men.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Actually, I think we were using Freedom rounds.
Yeah.
223.
Yeah.
I think that's
okay.
what we
Got
were
it.
using.
Got it.
Anyways, we get these dudes lined up on these pigs. These pigs just sitting there on a big old bait pile, happy, just eating. We're like 60 yards from them.
Yeah.
Walked right up on them. So get them set up on some tripods. Ka-chow, they shoot. We look in the thermals. Pigs are going everywhere, and we're telling one of our buddies, we're like, scan. You know, they might just run and get another shot. So he shoots, and he starts scanning. He's like, it's a fucking bear. There's a fucking bear. and
there's black bear here, but
no, we know that place well.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, dude, it's not a bear. It's not a bear. There's no bears here. And he's like, I'm telling you, it's a fucking bear. Pow, pow. And he fucking shoots. And I was like, oh, God, what did he shoot? So we walk over there.
it's a fucking hippopotamus.
No, it was a fucking a raccoon about the size of this cup that was on a tree about 3 feet up, spread out like this, like looking back like, you don't see me, you don't see me. But he's like, it's a fucking bear.
It's a fucking bear.
What we had to teach him was that,
Depth perception
depth
in a
perception
thermal.
in a thermal is very different, so he just sees this big old white spot. And he's like, I saw this thing kind of doing this.
But it was like that tree was probably 20 yards from where we were standing.
Right,
so through
right.
the thermal, he thinks it's 100 yards
Right.
or more, and he's like, it's a fucking bear.
Yeah, I got one, man. We were out guiding a friend of ours too, and we were deer hunting. And I think we got him on his deer, and we were good. And then after that, we're like, hey, let's go chase some pigs, you know. And the way we used to do our pig hunts, where we go get on a pig, like we want you to slap the rear end of that fucking pig. That's how close we want to get. So we get out there, and we get to this area, and now I guess this guy, by this time he had he got his doe, and now he just wants to kind of film. Like, I'm just gonna take my phone, and he's got one of those DJIs or whatever.
Oh shit, I know where we're going.
And we were walking out in the woods, and he's just kind of walking behind us. So Jimmy and I we're you know, creeping through the woods nice and slow, and we get close to some pigs, and well, we hear them run, and we're like, we think we're about 200 yards from these pigs, right? So we're gonna get closer. We turn around. Well, we had told our buddy, we were like, hey, you got your phone on you? And he's like, yeah. Because he was filming, that's right. Yeah. So we were like, hey, pull up some freaking pig sounds on YouTube.
Like that.
So he's like, well, where we're at, there's no damn service, you know, so you can't pull it. He's like, I ain't got no service. Right, all right. So, well, he's got his phone or whatever, and he's walking around and following us. And we finally get on some pigs. Or we get closer or whatever, and all of a sudden we hear
like right on us,
bro. And I'm in the middle. Jimmy's ahead of me, and our buddy's behind, or vice versa. He's in the middle.
Yeah, he's in the middle.
So, I got a rifle. He's got a rifle. That day he didn't have his sidearm on. He just put everything. He's just there. So we turn around. We hear. You know, we turn around like, what the fuck, right? So I look, and he's like, yeah.
he said, pigs.
So I'm fucking like, get the fuck out the way, right? I got the fucking rifle, right? I'm like, fucking move, right? And I'm looking behind, and I don't see no fucking pigs. He's just like, go, get him, you know, he's like that. So I fucking look, there ain't nothing, dude. We hear the noise of like a commercial on fucking YouTube. He pulls his phone out, he's like,
I got service. Dude, I hear these pigs start going off, and I turn around quick. I look behind me, and I see our buddy, you know, like Ben said, like, Ben. And I just look behind him, and I see Ben, like, where they at? Yeah. And I'm just sitting there laughing. I'm like, oh God, it's that phone, man, it's that phone.
Oh,
dude, he just pulls his phone out. He's just like, it's the phone. Got service now. But it was so loud and abrupt, dude. It sounded like fucking pigs.
Did you think in the woods, right? Like it's a cold or kind of cool, crisp, no wind. Yeah. We're in the woods, like in woods, you know. And that damn phone went off with those pigs.
It was
dude.
just fucking loud. They were like, God,
dude, that's funny.
That shit was hilarious.
So I was sitting in a deer stand in Rock Springs, Texas, right? So I had got drawn for a veterans hunt through with an organization, Over the Edge Outdoors, and I got drawn for a hunt, and we went down there, and we're sitting in a stand, right? And it's me and a guy named Chris Ellenberg, and we're sitting in a stand just chilling. It's morning hunt, so it's dark, right? Waiting on the sun to come up. We're sitting there chilling, and about that time, just a standard box stand, right? So we're, say, 15 feet up in the air, two-person box stand, big square window right in front of us, window to the right, door, nothing behind us, right? We're sitting there, and all of a sudden I feel. I looked at Chris, and I said, the fuck did you hit me for? Because, like, I'm starting to almost kind of doze, right? And he goes, I didn't hit you. I said, Chris, something just hit me in the fucking chest. He's like, no, whatever, bullshit. And I grabbed my phone, and I turned my flashlight on, and there's a fucking bat stuck to the wall. It's carpeted wall.
Yeah.
That fucking bat come flying in the window and hit me dead in the chest and then landed on that wall. I almost kicked the fucking walls out of this stand. Dude, I stood up, and Chris, instantly started crying. He's laughing so fucking hard. I start, blah, blah, dude. I about stomped the fucking walls out of the stand, right? I've never been so scared in my life. Because, like I said, it's pitch black, you know? So it was, yeah, I've had that happen.
I had an owl come out on me. I was climbing up,
scary.
you know, into a box blind, kind of the same deal. Dark, early morning. I left the windows up the night before, or open. Dark, and I'm climbing up there. Probably 8 foot. It ain't 15. I think it's probably 8 foot stand. Anyways, open that fucking door to climb in, and as soon as I open that door, an owl just right past me. I'm holding on to the strap, my sling of my rifle. I just fall straight backwards off that. Dude, yeah.
I'll tell you a story about an owl, right? So, 2010, Al-Qud, Iraq, right? So we're at Fob Delta in Al-Qud, Iraq, and there was a bunch of old like Air Force bunkers out there, and
you got to go explore them.
Well, yeah, but some of them. So we had actually got word that, you know, some people were going in and out of those, coming on post or onto our fob. We're like, oh shit. So at the time, I was with Force Protection. So we drive out there, and we start walking through some of these old hangars, and we're kind of clearing them, right? And we come around, like, you know, kind of goes down, and then there's a big long hallway, right? So you got the hangar, then it goes down underneath of it. There's a long hallway with a bunch of rooms. And we go, as soon as we come around the corner of that hallway, Jason Krause turns his M4 like this and hits that flashlight. And as soon as he hit that flashlight, a fucking owl
I know.
starts coming out.
It's scary, dude.
Dude, dumped a 30-round mag. We all come around the bend, right? Safe to semi. Not a single one of us hit that fucking right?
What is the scariest thing in the woods?
The unknown.
The unknown. Oh, well,
Yeah.
okay, so
The fear of the unknown, man.
the place that I hunt now, currently, right? There's I guess you call it like one of them neighborhood Facebook pages, neighborhood apps, right?
Yeah.
And this Canny Road has a Facebook page, right, where they all talk amongst each other, whatever. So I joined it because I hunt around that area. I've seen people.
Is that here?
Here, yeah, right down there where I hunt now, where Colt and I shot our bucks this year. Cell phone pictures of a mountain lion, right, on the road that we hunt. There's been trail cam pictures of a mountain lion. That's a female that has 2 cubs with it.
What has scared you the most in the woods, though?
Armadillo.
Oh, a fucking armadillo, hands down, dude. I have done. You know how many rounds I've dumped?
Dude, yeah.
So let me ask you this. So
What's more scary, quail or an armadillo?
no, pheasant. Fuck that.
Oh, pheasant.
Pheasant. I bet I was turkey hunting in Fort Riley, and we was laying on the edge of a field, and I had a pheasant come up, cackle, and
Right between
and
your legs?
roost right between my legs.
Yeah,
dude, I had to change my pants.
Quail the same way. Quail and pheasant, scariest thing in the woods, man.
Dude.
Armadillos, close second.
You ever-
I seen Ben like almost piss his pants for an armadillo. We were hog hunting.
Was this the same hunt where he used $1? Or is this the reason why he used the
Yeah, it might have been
dollar?
the We ended up shooting a pig this night, but we had that PC-9. He's got that Ruger 9mm, the rifle PC-9, pretty badass. And he's like, man, I want to kill a pig with it. Like, fuck, let's go kill a pig with it. And I told you earlier, I'm all about like no lights, keep it dark, you know. So we're out there walking around. We hear some pigs, so we just go get on them, and pigs are in this draw, very thick wooded draw. We're not going to be able to get in there at night, sneak in and kill them. So we're just going to wait and see if they go to the field to the left or field to the right, because it's wide open on either side. So as we're doing this, we hear these pigs, and then we start hearing something get closer and closer. You can just hear it in the leaves moving around. And Ben's like,
Yeah, I'm locked on, bro.
yeah, Ben's like, yo, what is that? I'm like, it's just old armadillo, man. He's like, no, it's fucking pigs. You don't hear the pigs right there?
No
I'm like,
fucking way it's a pig, bro. It's too big.
So he's like, I'm gonna turn this light, just green light, man. I'm gonna turn it on and make sure it's not a pig. I'm like, no light, dude, no light. Just keep it off. So finally, this armadillo comes up. Well,
I swear it was a pig.
yeah, I think it's armadillo. He thinks it's
we're. I would have bet money on it. He would have bet money on it. It was a pig. But dude,
this dude's like backing away from the wood line, like, no, Jimmy, dude, I'm fucking backing up.
I was convinced it was a pig. It was just, dude, it sounded huge.
Yeah.
But goddamn, it was a goddamn armadillo.
You guys ever had something get in your house?
Bat.
A bat?
Mm-hmm.
So
Possum.
So, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so me and one of my best friends, Eddie Clark, we lived down on the creek, right? In the backwoods, right? We barely had landline service, let alone cell phone service.
Yeah, same.
As younger kids, as younger country folks will do, you go in, grab a couple of dad's beers and, just sit and drink a few beers, whatever. So I was at Eddie's and we're sitting there hanging out and I was like, you want another cold beer? He's like, yeah. And we drink Pabst Blue Ribbon, right? I have a full color Pabst Blue Ribbon logo.
Yeah, you do. Holy
tattooed
shit.
on the inside of my
I need to
bicep,
step my
right?
game up and get my Lone Star Light tattoo.
And he calls Dusty gay for shooting a 6.5.
Shit.
So we're sitting and we're bullshitting. Mind you, I've also got the road name tattooed across my shoulder too, right? So we're sitting, I was like, hey, I'm going to go get us another beer. He's like, all right. And I walk into the kitchen and walk into the kitchen, I open the fridge, reach down, grab 2 Pabst Blue Ribbons. I close the refrigerator and I go, Eddie? And I look, and we were the only 2 people at the house. And I look over and I'm like, Eddie, get the fuck in here. And he comes running around the corner, and about that time, he hits the light to the kitchen, and there's a fucking possum standing on the stove. I guess we had left the door open, or it came through. They had wiener dogs, right?
Dog
Come
door.
through, and it's in the kitchen on the stove. So me and Eddie's just standing there looking at it, and this thing's just like,
Dude,
those things are vicious.
And I'm like, Eddie, what the fuck do we do? He's like, well, hold on. So he goes,
grab it. It's fine.
This motherfucker goes and grabs a gun, and I'm like,
just grab the possum. It's fine.
I'm like, Eddie, this is a gas stove. You're not shooting this motherfucker in the house, right? So I go over the other end of the fucking kitchen, and I grab a steak poker, right? 2-pronged steak poker, right? And I'm like, I got this and a set of tongs. I was like, we're like 13, right? So I'm like, I'm gonna stab this motherfucker, right? So I walk up and I'm like, yeah! I missed. So I miss. It goes to run across the stove. I grab it by the neck with the fucking tongs, and I go to stick it again, right? I go to stick it again, and this sumbitch starts to squalling and running. So finally, I'm like, fuck it. I drop the tongs. I grab it by the back of the neck. I pick it up. I open the door, and I throw it out the door. No sooner did I throw it out the door, Eddie Clark comes past me at about Mach 6 in nothing but a pair of basketball shorts and a pair of fucking boots. And that son of a bitch launches off the porch and lands on top of this possum and stomps a fucking mud hole 6 foot deep, right? Just because we was scared to death that there was a possum in the house. It was just one of them times. But we were piss hammered drunk too. It was what it was. But between that, I got one more.
I was going to say, I would rather deal with a fucking possum than a beaver.
You ever had a camel spider
crawl
on you?
Fuck, dude.
All right. So you were talking about the bunker in Iraq, and it got me thinking. So I'm on force protection. I'm coming to the shop, and I'm gonna go grab my freaking pro mask because I left it in the shop. So I come to the shop, and I go to grab my pro mask, and I had this like wooden cubby. I go to reach up, and I look, and there's like something tan on it, So I kind of grab my pro mask, and I'm kind of like, what the fuck? But I have it way up top. Well, I look at it, and when my focus on it, it's a fucking camel spider, right? So I fucking do that.
I don't fuck with camel spiders.
Dude, and I go, right? I do that. This fucking, my pro mask dropped straight down. That camel spider went beelined up my leg, bro.
Oh, dude.
You ever seen them cartoons when they're like, bro?
You are no longer a man.
I went like this. I was like,
No.
I fucking ran out.
All manhood is gone.
I stormed out that thing.
Oh.
Everyone's sitting there like, dude, I never. Bro, everyone's like, damn, did you see how fast D was moving? I never seen him move that fast. Bro, there was a ghostly outline of where I was standing, dude. I'm fucking like 100 yards
There's
out
fucking
that
a moon dust outline.
Bro, I'm fucking gone, bro.
When you look at them eye to eye, and the fucking mouth opens
They look like
up,
Predator, dude.
Oh, 100%. They are not of this world.
Dude, this camel spider was about that big, bro.
Hey, check it out.
We know they don't have to be big, but I can tell you this, bro. There's fucking goosebumps on me right now, bro. That fucking camel spider.
There's a website that you can go to, and they will fucking send a camel spider to somebody's house.
Oh, dude!
And as soon as you open it, it's uncovered, so it can just like get gone.
That's like sending Satan to the
How
house.
fast do those sons of bitches run, dude?
Too fast? I don't know. Too fast.
I outran that motherfucker
Too
that day,
fast.
bro.
So, I grew up in Southeast Indiana, right? We've talked about this before. So, we bought an old farmhouse, old pier and beam farmhouse, right? So we moved into this house. It's me, my mom, my dad, and my sister, and we didn't realize how empty it was underneath that house. We're sitting in the living room one night, and we're watching floorboards move. Well, the underside of the house, we had fucking coons and groundhogs and all kinds of shit getting up under the house. Well, my dad and me, we'd just be sitting in the house and start seeing floorboards move, and we'd just walk over with a 22. Bah! You'd hear them squall underneath. The next day, I'd crawl up underneath the house, grab it, pull it out, right? So we bought this old farmhouse, and we started remodeling it, right? Ripped all the floors out. We did all kinds of crazy shit. Anyway, my dad and my Uncle Daryl, they had just put in this brand new bathtub in the downstairs bathroom, right? So they put this brand new bathtub in, and I mean, just finished caulking everything, right? Sealing it up. It's good. Well, my mom walks into that bathroom. She's in there using the restroom, and all of a sudden, she hears something underneath the fucking sink. So she gets done. She walks over. She squats down. She opens up the sink, and there's like a fucking 20-pound coon underneath the sink. Well, it had come up from underneath the house where they were putting that bathtub and everything in, and it got in there somehow. She starts squalling for my fucking dad. My dad comes running in. She's like, there's a fucking coon underneath there. And I mean, I can remember this clear as day. I can hear the coon in there, just squalling.
Yeah.
My dad, in his infinite wisdom, goes and grabs a Charter Arms 44 Bulldog Saturday night special with a 2-inch snub-nosed fucking barrel. And he opens that cabinet and goes, boom, boom, right? Dust settles. Closes the cabinet, right? Dust settles.
Got some plumbing work to do.
My mom opens the fucking cabinet, and she's like, Jesus Christ, Mark, look how big that motherfucker is. Look at his eyeballs. My dad goes, fuck! It was the other side of the bathtub. He shot 2 perfectly good holes through the fucking coon, through the bathtub that the cock hadn't even dried yet. And my mom's looking like this, and all you see is 2 fucking holes, and the fucking rounds were buried in the other side of the bathtub.
Oh, shit. Dude, when I was courting my wife, we were just dating, but I took
Courting. Yeah, shit, date yourself there, bub.
I know, right?
Who says chivalry is dead?
Chivalry's dead. Not with these legs.
Oh, man.
We went up to my mom's in Oklahoma.
I feel like we should be writing a letter like, my dear Sandra.
My dearest love.
How I love you.
I'm coming back from the war.
Well, I almost messed it up on this trip, man. So I thought I was going to impress her. We're on the Canadian River in Oklahoma, and it's just real shallow sand. I don't think you'll find a place that's more than waist deep on it. Anyways, we're riding down the river, and I see this beaver. I'm riding this 4-wheeler. My wife's behind me, or girlfriend at the time.
I think I've heard Jeff Foxworthy tell this story once or twice.
This beaver didn't bite my nipple off. But goddamn.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're riding along. My wife's behind me, and I see this beaver, and I'm like, oh, shit, this will be cool, let me impress her. So I'm like grab your arms, put them here. I want you to just drive. I crawl up on like the front or on the gas tank or on the front rack or something. And as we're driving along, this beaver's trying to get away, but he's got nowhere to go but swim right there beside us. And he's just swimming. And I jump off this four-wheeler onto a beaver, probably a 20, 25-pound beaver. Fucking bad idea. Bad idea. I don't know if you know how strong a beaver is.
I wouldn't try to find out. I could tell you that.
Them bastards chew down red oaks. Like, the fuck? Like, them holes them people drive through up in Cali, they weren't built by man. They were built by beaver. The fuck?
I don't know if you know how I wouldn't even try to fucking figure it out.
Yeah, I'm the 99th man against a gorilla right now.
So I trapped a lot of beavers growing up, but I never, you shoot them. But I grabbed a hold of this beaver, and I thought I was going to be able to manhandle it. Hell no. I held it tight to my body, holding its head back, and that dude slapped me with that tail on my ribs.
About broke your fucking ribs.
I thought it did break my ribs. But I couldn't let the beaver go. At this point, I'm scared of, like, what the fuck is this beaver going to do? So I don't know what to do. It's stronger than I am. So I grab it by the tail, and I just start spinning circles with it by the tail. I just spin
He's fucking hammer throwing a fucking
This
beaver.
fucking beaver's on a turtle whirl.
This fucking beaver, his arms are all like stretched out. He's going in circles. I finally let this beaver go. He hits on a sandbar, and he's just like sitting there rolling, and he like tries to walk, and he's dizzy and shit. He's like stumbling around and shit. I got a big old beaver imprint. Have you seen a beaver tail? You know the texture on their tail?
Yeah.
I had beaver tail texture.
Oh my God. And the whole time, your now wife is going,
Yeah, I talked to her.
That's going to be my husband.
that's
one
going to
day.
be my husband.
So-
He just got his ass whooped by a beaver, right? Let alone somebody try to rob us at a gas station.
After that, there's another four-wheeler incident before this, but my wife or girlfriend at the time, she was like, just no more four-wheelers with you. Like, when me and four-wheelers,
Yeah.
something stupid's happened. Because
Yeah.
the four-wheeler incident before, I flipped a four-wheeler over butt-ass naked in Copper's Cove Pizza Hut parking lot. Not a stitch of clothes on. Yeah, just fucking rolled a four-wheeler butt-ass naked in the parking lot.
Yeah, they weren't going to stop you for lights if you're butt naked. Your fucking legs look like road markings, right?
Couldn't see. Sure, they couldn't see.
You
I
know,
thought it was a chariot on fire.
hey, I can see it. It's like them fucking dune buggies with they put the chem light on the big deal. It's really just his legs.
I gotta find that picture you can throw in there.
Oh man. The first time, so me and my wife met November 6th of 2011. We got married November 28th of 2011.
How do you know these? Like, how do you know
Right?
that?
Because November 6th is her birthday, and I'm slow, not stupid, right? That's a day I'll never forget. And then, of course, our anniversary is the 28th. So we met November 6th, got married November 28th. For Christmas, mind you, we didn't know each other, right? She didn't even know I had been arrested for poaching yet.
Okay.
Or how much debt I was into the Department of Wildlife. So I was like, hey, I'd love to take you home for Christmas, you and Anna, right? She's like, okay. So we drive 17 and a half hours to Southeast Indiana. And we're driving up there and get settled in, whatever. But she had never seen northern whitetail, Indiana whitetail,
Right.
to be exact. So she's like, what the fuck is that? Is that a horse? Look at all the wood on its head. And I'm
Look at all
like,
the
no,
wood.
dear, that's a white-tailed deer, and those are antlers, right? So we were actually coming down through Rising Sun. So we, the first time I ever took my wife hunting, her first hunting adventure, involved a spotlight and a 22.
And a lot of good times.
She has never hunted since.
No.
No, because she was like, is this legal? And me and my buddy Dusty were like, sure, just hold that fucking light still. Right? And, yeah. So, and then we just shoot them and leave them lay. And she's like, what the fuck are you doing? I was like, well, we got to come back and get them. We're going to make our rounds. Right? And we did. We come back and picked them up. I think the next morning we come back and picked them up.
That's when she caught on.
And yeah, that's when she kind of caught on. Especially, she was like, "Well, where do you take them to check them in?" I was like, "Baby,
garage?
baby, what are you talking about? Like, we're taking them to Crystal Boggs' barn, and we're going to quarter them up right there, right? Yeah, that's...
You're going to learn something today.
Yeah. She hasn't... She's hunted with me a couple times since then, but...
My wife won't go, man. She won't hunt with me.
Man, first time I had my wife hold the light for me while I was skinning a deer, she got the light like in her hands like this, and she's, but...
And you felt like, Dad, hold the fucking light still!
So I'm sitting there skinning this deer, and she's like looking at all the like fleas or whatever bugs and ticks are on the, she's like, and her light is just wandering to bugs, and I have to go and grab the light and be like, she... and I'm like, it's gonna have bugs, baby.
It's next thing you know, Ben's like, yes. All right,
all right. How many times has that happened?
Exactly.
Oh, thousands of times. Yep. Well, it's like, or how many times you ever put a shot on a deer, right? And you're like, okay, it was a somewhat decent shot, but not the best. You walk up on it, and real fast and in a hurry, you got to get it dead.
Yeah.
Right. I'm not going to say the situation that it was in, but a couple fellers were leaving a bar one night, and they were cruising down the road, and there was a deer, decent-sized buck, locked on this doe. Rut. I mean, but he would not leave her.
Right off the side of the road?
Maybe. So a crossbow was involved, and said deer, after the fifth arrow,
God,
it took... Okay, so
it
was slightly dark, right? And headlights and street lights.
Street light.
Never mind. So the bolt would leave the crossbow, and all of a sudden you'd see sparks.
Oh, yeah.
You hit the top row of the fence, fuckhead. Aim higher. Fuck, go get another one. Yeah. Right? So... At one point in time, we ran out of bolts, so we had to go to the house and put more together to go back. This deer was
locked in,
not moving.
Locked in.
So then it finally got smacked, and we watched it fold, and one of the fellers jumped out of the truck to go get it as fast as possible while the other one made a loop. And came back, and there he was with the deer, thought about a truck. It's, why the fuck are you covered in blood? It was still alive. All I had was a fucking Gerber box cutter.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Hey, I was like, son of a buck.
Oh, man, that dude went like straight fucking...
Yeah.
What with jigsaw on him?
Yeah, it was nuts.
Well, that was pretty fun.
Yeah. Hey.
We just decided to turn the camera on and tell a couple stories, and we got a little deep.
Well, this is what we do all the time.
Plenty stories to tell.
Oh yeah, there's more where that.
Oh,
came
dude,
from.
there's thousands of stories to tell. I mean, and we've been through a lot. I think all of us have.
Probably.
Been through a lot, seen a lot, done a lot.
I can't even remember it all, Like, you start thinking about it when we're talking. You're like, oh, yeah, I remember this or that.
So after the initial podcast that you guys did with me, I started getting text messages and phone calls from guys that I grew up with, and they were like, do you remember this?
Yeah.
Do you remember that? And I'm like, holy shit, no. That's a good one, though. I wish I should have added that one, or I should have done this, should have done that.
Well, we're going to have plenty of opportunities.
Oh, yeah.
That's what we do on this podcast, man, is just sit here and shoot the shit. We forget the cameras are rolling and mics are hot.
Prior to recording any podcast, this is shop talk. This is truck bed.
Just sitting around deer camp, just bullshitting.
Yeah, it's it's an absolute lot of fun. And see, look at this. You can't take him nowhere. Now we're calling turkeys.
I don't even know
how do you break the mic?
I don't know, but it happened.
We'll cut it there.